Our podcast is proudly sponsored by Tooth Club, the celebrity dentist specialising in composite bonding, Invisalign and implants. They offer monthly deals and you can spread the cost with monthly payments. With locations across Essex, Hertfordshire, Suffolk and Kent, they're easy to find. Check them out on Instagram at Tooth Club UK. Hey guys, and welcome back to Yours Sincerely Pod with me, Lauryn Goodman.
And me, Lisa Andrews.
We're back. We're going to be talking about celebs go dating today.
Excited for that one.
It's been hard for me to watch.
Yeah. What, hard for you to watch?
That's what you said.
No, but I thought you were going to say it was hard for me to do, but you said hard for me to watch.
Well, it was hard for me to do and watch.
Why was it hard for you to watch?
Because I don't know what's going to be in the edit.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't realise you really have no clue.
No clue.
What's going to go out.
And also, so much happens.
Yeah. And then they pick the bits out.
I think you have anxiety over, is this bit in the edit or is this bit in the edit?
Yeah. So, what we've seen so far, are you happy about what's in the edit?
So what we've seen so far we've seen me come into the agency, talk about my past and stuff, my past relationships. I think with that, I can go through each bit. With that, I actually went through each relationship that I've been with. So my very first boyfriend, who I don't know if they didn't show it, did they?
No,
they only showed the last one.
Yeah.
So my first one was with Marcus Butler, who did YouTube, and I think now he's a model. That was my first boyfriend. Second boyfriend then was somebody from Hove, local to me, and I was with him 7 years. I lived with him.
Yeah.
And then the third one was a rebound. I just don't bother even naming him. And the fourth was with Kyle, and obviously we've had two beautiful children.
Yeah.
So I went through everything.
Who's that with?
So I went through everything, start to finish, from my very first relationship, but also start to finish in each relationship. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
The whole journnay.
But then that probably took a week, didn't it? They couldn't really put that out there.
Couldn't put that out there. They didn't have enough minutes.
It would have been the Lauryn Goodman show, not
Awful.
Celebs Go Dating.
Yeah, and honestly, I think that's why when people are in the comment section going, well, it doesn't make any sense. Why is she saying this and then why is she saying that? It's because I've gone through the whole timeline.
Yeah. And then they have to pick out bits, don't they, that they
to
think
kind of
are
tell
relevant.
the story. Yeah. So there was that, and then they threw me onto that retreat.
Well, I'm an absolute celeb go date. I'm a reality TV freak, as you know.
Yeah.
I just love it.
She loves it.
But I'm really enjoying this. I think because you're on it, I'm probably even more invested in it. But I'm loving all the different characters because none of you are alike.
When I first joined the agency, I obviously met Helen, who was lovely. And then when I went into the retreat, I clicked really well with Ella. Ella's hilarious. So funny.
I can imagine.
Yeah,
that.
she is a barrel of laughs.
Can I say who my favourite is?
No, because I know, well, I know that you're going to say who I got on really well with him.
Who?
Chris.
Yeah.
Chris is jokes. He's so funny. I love him. He's literally got a really kind heart.
Yeah, you can see that. And I think he showed a little bit of vulnerability as well, hasn't he? But he's my favourite.
Yeah, and he's so funny. And I think he's probably misunderstood by a lot of people that just don't get him. But no, I really like Chris. Him and Tristan, they were really nice. And who else? Jamelia was lovely as well. Stephen was nice as well. Everyone was actually really nice.
I do like Tristan, but I can't watch him kiss anymore. He needs to stop snogging. Seriously, stop snogging. Because I love him in Made in Chelsea.
No, we've had a bit of banter about that because I've had to kill him off for a few things. But he's funny. He's a nice person as well.
Yeah, he seems it.
Where was I going with that? Oh yes, I met them at the retreat.
The retreat.
Turned up, everyone really welcomed me. It was fine because I had a bit of anxiety about obviously going, didn't know anyone, but they made me feel really welcome.
Sorry, Lauren, but I think it's the same with Love Island. When you're the bombshell, when you come in late, people have already formed there.
And they already started their journey. They knew kind of what, I don't know, they kind of knew the routine of the show, whereas I was not having a clue. So then we got to the retreat. I mean, they literally told me, they were like, right, you're going cider tasting for a mixer.
For a cocktail tasting.
Well, I'm not drinking.
No, I know you're not even drinking, but then even if
I sat there with my little tumbler.
Did you taste any?
Taste some air. No, I had non-alcoholic cider, but obviously it wasn't really my ideal day or my mixer.
No.
So I was hating every second of that, can't lie. And I think Dr. T took me away because like she said to me that my body language was like closed over. She's like, you could just tell.
That.
I was like hunched back on Notre Dame. I think it's where they were like talking to me about things and I just didn't want to talk to them about anything to do with me. Like I just didn't want to talk about me. So I just sat there like.
But then, and don't take this, what else was there to talk about? As in when you first
I
meet
would have
someone.
literally rather have spoken about the plants or something. No, because I'm saying because of how I'm feeling.
No,
not
I
now,
know.
because obviously things have moved on since then.
Yeah.
And this was filmed in the summer, the height of everything. But from that time of filming, I really was just, I don't know how to explain it, protecting my energy, I guess.
Yeah, and I do understand that because I know you and I know in the different places you've been, but they're going to want to know about you, aren't they?
Well, I guess it was just my naivety.
I mean, if they said to you, lovely weather, isn't it?
I'd be like, yes.
Do you know what I mean?
It's really terrible weather because it was freezing. I had a jacket on. It was supposed to be summer. And I'm at the Cotswolds.
Freezing.
Freezing my tits off.
By the way, that looked beautiful.
Oh,
there.
it was so nice. I was gutted it wasn't better weather.
Yeah, shame.
Yeah, it really was. And then after that, they were like, oh, you're having a house party type thing or whatever, which is where I was meant to be sleeping, which to me fills me with dread because I don't mind leaving somewhere where I can then leave if I feel uncomfortable and go back to like my safe space. But I couldn't leave and they weren't leaving.
So you're just there.
Oh God, I wish I wasn't. It was horrendous. People are like, oh, we can tell you're really uncomfortable, but why? And it was one of those where there were 3 guys. 2 of them kind of read the room. They were really respectful. They knew that I needed a bit of space. And one of them just followed me around. And it's like I couldn't honestly breathe. I remember being outside and I was like this with my glass of Nosecco and he was just here. And I was like, oh my God.
I think as well, what doesn't help, you've been, oh God, I don't even know if I can use the word, a bit of a recluse, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
You know, apart from school run and things like that.
Kids stuff, farms.
All of a
guys,
sudden,
football.
you're thrown into a situation, aren't you, that, you know, I'm not saying you've not always been going out and had fun, but since the kids, you've changed your
my life.
whole routine, haven't you? Yeah.
Yeah, obviously back in the day, I used to be really, you know, outgoing, meet people. I used to love meeting new people.
Yeah.
And now I'm always kind of questioning somebody who I meet and thinking, have you got an ulterior motive? Are you gonna do something? I don't know. And it's really hard for me to just have an honest conversation with someone because I just don't want to have a conversation at all.
Yeah. Or they'll have an opinion on whatever you say.
Yeah.
Or twist it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
or just judge me. So
Yeah.
it's one of those where, like you said, the whole reclusing, I like being in my safe space with my kids. And so for me to take myself out, that was really, really hard anyway. But then I think where I couldn't breathe, and there's a lot that was taken out of that edit, and I think that was to do with protecting individuals, and that's absolutely fine because I don't want somebody to get trolled on Instagram and flipping out. I get enough of that as it is. I wouldn't wish it upon anyone else.
Trolls is another story for another time. We haven't got all day.
No, we don't have all day. I mean, God, think about how many we could out on here, honestly. Yeah, so obviously, and the girls from the retreat were really, really cool. That, you know, I could have hung out with them all evening.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind I didn't want to cop block anyone. So I was like in a bit of a weird situation. Then obviously sat down. I think it was a Have I Ever game, was it? Or Never Have I Ever? I don't know what game it was. I'm not used to playing it anyway because I couldn't even string a sentence together. But I was just bored as shit around that table. I just remember that. Like, please, can I go to sleep now?
And did you go early and go to bed?
Oh, did I? Yeah, I was like, I'm out of this. Like, get me out. When I got the bit where I was crying, that was the last straw for me. I was like basically having a panic attack and I needed to get out of there because I just couldn't see, I don't know, I just couldn't, there was no escape for me.
Yeah.
And everyone was just getting with everyone. I was like, this is not for me. So I went upstairs to bed and managed to probably get in an hour before the builders were in.
Yeah, I heard that the builders arrived, didn't they?
I remember calling you, didn't I?
Calling me, and they started tearing down the walls, didn't they? Knocking a wall through.
I remember being on the phone to you, you'd be like, that's not ideal, is it? Your night off from the kids, that's not ideal.
And then someone's banging.
Babe, not even for literally like half an hour or an hour or 2 hours. All night. To be fair, I get it.
Do you?
Yeah, I was going to say, like, but I get it. It's just, I really wish that the walls weren't that paper thin.
All night.
I'm a little bit jealous, to be honest.
God, I wouldn't be.
It's been a while.
Mine's been even more of a while, but I still wouldn't be.
Oh, God.
So then you get up in the morning, and that's the one I've seen. That's the last Celebs Go Dating.
Oh, yeah, and people need to get over my necklace. They really need to get over it. I've had it on since Kyra was born in 2020. Like, well done that you've managed to match my children's initials with their dads. Are you over it yet?
Yeah.
Because I've been over it since I've worn it.
Yeah.
Thing is, for me, I don't see it like that.
Do you get loads of comments about that?
All the time. And I'm going to be honest, the more that they comment about it, the more it will literally enlarge if they carry on. It'll become a rapper's symbol.
Yeah.
Yeah, because...
Just that.
Because I'm just like,
Isn't it funny? Because I know I'm dopey sometimes, but I wouldn't necessarily home in on your necklace.
But I also don't, because I guess I've never viewed it like that, and I've always worn it, to me, I don't get it. And then it's like people are just noticing it now, and it's like, I didn't just wear it for Celebs Go Dating, I don't take it off.
Yeah.
Like my children, Kiki's constantly playing with it when she's breastfeeding. Like, why should I take off my children's initials around my neck to please somebody else that I've never met before, don't give a fuck about, and...
I think even stranger than that, why anyone else would care what initials you've got round your neck. Like, I've got so much going on in my life, I actually wouldn't care if someone was naked in front of me in Tesco's at this present moment in time. I'd probably just look and think, oh, that's normal. Do you know what I mean, though?
I'm not sure I'd look at that.
Why are they
normal.
so invested in the little things in life? There's some terrible things going on. Don't worry what initials you're wearing.
Around my neck, which I've obviously got 2 kids. I don't get it either. Anyway, they're going to continue to go on about it, so I'm just going to leave them to it. But just in case they are listening, I don't care. It's my children's initials, and who knows, they might one day just enlarge just to piss you off even more. I get into the agency, and I'm obviously talking about the retreat, how horrendous it was for me, what happened, the fact that I've lost my confidence. I think I was telling them because that was true. So I had nothing to say to these guys. I thought, what the fuck am I going to talk to you about?
Yeah.
Like, I'd lost my game, lost my chat. Oh, it was making me feel... I might as well have just been this carcass, this shell.
Okay, but do you feel like...
I had no personality or soul.
Yeah. Do you think going on this show has given you some game back?
Yeah, 100%. Like, so throughout it, yeah.
It's been worth doing.
1,000,000%. And you'll see at the end that I feel better. It's really hard, though.
While you were filming, you had other things going on.
Yeah, I had other things going on that day when I was filming. So I was just in a bit of a stinking mood kind of thing. And it was really hard to kind of put that to one side and then be present.
Yeah.
So what had happened is I'd gone into the agency and I was talking to them about the retreat and what I'd gone through and everything. And then the producers had told me that I was going on a date, because you get obviously your production schedule and it's like date, agency, mixer, that sort of thing. So you know roughly what you're dressing for, you know, everyone needs to kind of know. So I was like, okay, cool, we've got agency today, date tomorrow. Anyway, I get into the agency and I'm talking about the retreat and everything. They're like, right, so you're going to go on a date tonight. I'm like, fuck off. Like, what? Then I started having like an anxiety thing. Honestly, I can't tell you what emotions went through me at that time. And I left and the producer was like, that was brilliant. I'm like, was brilliant. I'm like, what? I've got to get changed now and go on a date. They're like, no, we're just saying that for TV purposes because you're going to go on the date, like, as in it's going to look like tonight.
Oh, so you did go home?
Yeah, I'm like, you little fuckers.
I get it.
I genuinely sat there thinking, fuck, I don't have extra clothes.
They're
like,
smart, aren't they?
Really? They really have me.
Yeah, but I get it. They wanted to put you
get it.
in an uncomfortable position.
Or they wanted like a natural reaction.
Yeah.
But then I was so confused.
So you went home.
So I went home, then I went back and did the date.
Right.
And he started talking to me about breast milk, and I was thinking, oh Lord, honestly, at this point, I'm like, producers told people to just talk to me about breast milk.
Who started talking about your
Matt
date?
did.
Right, did you initiate that or did he?
I don't think I did. I think he did.
Well, it's very random. I don't know if I want to sit at dinner with someone.
No, but also, like, I felt like saying to him, you know, because my personality had gone out the window at that point, I felt like saying to him, now I look back, like, did you expect me to just whip out my tit and just start because he was, like, from the source. Like, apparently one of the hen parties that he'd hosted, because he was butler in the buff, they
Right.
had given him breast milk. I don't know if she's got, I can't remember what the story is, you'll have to tune in and watch it. But my point was, I didn't know why he was telling me because I wasn't going to whip my tit out and start feeding him my breast milk.
Bitty. Strange. So I take it you didn't arrange to see him again?
No, Matt.
Because, am I right, you have to tell them that you don't want to
I try to be so careful with this because
see them again.
so
Is that right, though?
awkward. Well, I actually didn't have to say anything to Matt because I then got put on a brunch where I think his name was Mark. I want to say he was a firefighter. I then met a Mark, and then Matt came on at the end, and they were both sitting there, and I had to choose between both of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who did you choose?
Chose Mark the fireman,
Yeah.
and then it unravelled some more, and I think then I went on another mixer, where I had like 3 blind dates.
Right.
And they weren't blindfolding me this time. I was gutted. Remember last time I said to you?
I mean, we all know what a blind date is, don't we? Apart from Lauren, she actually thought that they were going to blindfold her.
Well, listen, they said to me, look, it's going to be a blind date. And I think just where my brain wasn't ticking properly, I don't know, I was just staring at them and I went...
But did you think you were going to sit through the whole date
with a blindfold on me?
blindfold
Yeah,
on?
and I would have probably enjoyed that more. Wouldn't you?
No.
What do you mean? I would have loved that.
No, because I wouldn't have been able to see my food. Were you eating?
No.
Oh.
I was just sat there and I thought, you know, if I had a blindfold, it would be so much easier just to like think that I'm talking to someone else.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't like that.
Really?
Yeah, I'd like to see who I'm talking to. 100%.
What you can't see can't hurt you.
Yeah, I suppose that is true. And so...
No, because the producers went to me, what, Lauren, what, you think that we're going to blindfold you? I went, yeah, and that would actually be a lot better as well.
Yeah, yes, please.
Honestly.
So I can't really say any more about Celebs Go Dating, as in we're up to date, aren't we? As I'm sitting here, I think.
Yeah, we're
going to
date.
watch it tonight.
Helen and Robbie.
Oh my God, her boyfriend's face. I don't know if you guys
It
have
was
been
so
watching
funny.
it. When she said he had to come on the agency, he was like a rabbit in headlights, wasn't
it's just
he?
funny because obviously you've met him as well.
Yeah.
Like, just from meeting him, I bet he was thinking, Helen, what the fuck are you getting me into?
Yeah, he hasn't got any interest, does he? It seems, in the celeb
That world.
or that, TV or...
He was like, I'll do it for her type vibe, but really?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
it was
wasn't
so
comfortable.
funny.
So we'll see that tonight, will we?
Yeah.
Is he coming on?
Those two are jokes together though.
Yeah.
Like, they're really funny.
I'm looking forward to that.
She sent me a video on WhatsApp of both of them. I think he was getting trolled and they were just absolutely pissing themselves and it was cracking me up.
So
like,
what is it with these trolls? It's awful. I've started to get trolled. I've always had a little bit because of Harley and certain situations, but since I've known you, it's just quadrupled. Thanks for that.
honestly, I don't know, but I don't understand them. I'm like, if you hate someone that much that you don't know, I don't know, it's bizarre to me, but...
Do you know what I find shocking?
Go on.
When you click on, I don't really click on a lot, but there's this one particular woman that sends me the most vile messages. And
Oh yeah, she was doing it to mine as well yesterday. I think she's called Vicky Clark on
Vicky
Instagram.
Clark. You know Vicky. I mean, when I clicked on, you've got children or a child, like, I don't know, just a couple of suggestions, do a puzzle, wash the school uniform.
And that takes forever.
Yeah.
So who the fuck is doing your washing and ironing?
Lucky. Do the normal things in life, because there's so much terrible things going on and you're worrying about whether anyone wanted me to give birth to my child. And honestly, Vicky, I don't really think what's coming out of my vagina has got anything to do with you whatsoever. And what's going on in Israel, there's some really serious stuff going on, which I think you've missed. So maybe block me and block Lauren.
Oh, I blocked her ages ago.
And get on with your life.
she's weird, I blocked that one. I mean, I get everyone has an opinion. Not everyone's going to like you. Cool, have an opinion.
Oh,
I'm
absolutely.
all up for opinions. Everyone's got
Yeah.
an opinion. My dad always used to say opinions are like arseholes. Everyone's got one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they
But
really
all she
do.
messages me is
Abuse.
You're
Abuse.
not wanted. Your son's not wanted.
Yeah, like sick
By
things.
you, maybe, Vicky. You might not have wanted Harley, but I did.
Honestly, Vicky Clark, get a life.
she's vile. She's vile. Shocking. I've never known anything like it.
Never even. And I'm crying so much because they complain and they go, "You're trolling me now." And it's like, no, it's fair game.
Yeah.
Fair game.
Oh, yeah, don't come for my children. Like, I'll give you a headache. Do you know what I mean?
You're going to need paracetamol.
Yeah.
You'll be in that pharmacy every day.
100%. Anyway, Vicky, have a lovely day.
Yeah, I haven't got time for it.
No, absolutely.
When people go, "Oh, do you delete like all the nasty comments on your page?" Because when you put up like this morning one and you collab with them, all the subs go dating ones, there are some other comments. I'm like, yeah, I'll delete them and then block the person.
Yeah.
Why would I want on my page a whole heap of negativity? Off
That's
you
the thing. You know, you've got to block out. You have got to block out.
Well, how am I meant
the
to
noise.
function and be with the kids?
Yeah.
Would you like somebody telling you how shit you are every day, 20,000 times a day, or that you've had kids, like for whatever reason? Like, if I had kids for that reason, I wouldn't spend all my time with my kids doing everything for my kids. I wouldn't put that much effort into them. It doesn't make sense.
Absolutely, yeah. But people paint the picture and they want to see what they want to see, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them just go around with their blinkers on. I think
like,
not really getting.
Love. Like,
I just don't think they're getting it.
Yeah, just. Not everything has to be bitter and nasty
no.
But it just seems that's the way.
Also,
the
we're
world
here
at the
to
moment.
empower people. Like, there's so many women that have been in these situations.
Yeah.
Also, to be honest, not even women, because I've had some men message me.
And the thing is, I need to say this as well. You know, the woman or the women that is the other woman or the woman, whatever we want to call it, but the women that are all in a certain situation. You know, it's not to say we've all got our own feelings and we're all hurting for different reasons. It's just when you're one side of the coin, obviously you're feeling the pain that gets projected at you. I'm sure they feel pain too.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But in a different way. And we're not undermining that. But there does come a time when you've got to talk about your feelings and your pain and your truth and not let someone blindside everyone into what it really is.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think it would be easy for me to just not talk about my experiences with things, and it would make people feel a lot better, you know?
God, yeah, I've been there.
It'd be easier for them.
Yeah.
But for me, I have to fight for my kids. I have to fight for what's right. I have to speak my truth. And also, I just have to do it.
Yeah.
People go, "Well, I thought you wanted a private life." And it's like, I've never said that I'm going to live a private life.
No.
I've always been in the public eye.
The thing
Been in the public eye
is...
for so long. I can't even remember when I entered it.
Right, I'm going to liken it to this, yeah? This is on a much smaller scale. If you were at work, say you worked in the city... and the girl that works on the other desk, one of the guys comes over and says to you, "Oh, I heard what you done last night, you know, blah, blah, blah." And you think, hold on, I wasn't even out. You would then go to that girl and say, "I don't know why you've said this, but that's not the truth." But for some reason, when the newspapers and the world and the other parties are lying about you, you're meant to just be quiet, get under a rock and not necessarily retaliate, but not say, "Hold on a minute, that's not true." And the minute you do, you get slated for it. But I can only talk about my experience. I didn't really talk about what I went through. And you know what? It eats at you, and that's not healthy. Like, my advice to you, isn't it? I say, get it all out, because I've lived a life of untruths. And there comes to a point where you have to get it out. They say, don't they, have therapy because you need to talk about stuff. So, yeah, I'm all over her talking.
I think the way that it's done is that the way it's painted, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Do you know what I mean? Because if you speak, then you're obsessive, all this and that, and just get over it.
Yeah.
And if you don't, then you're lying. And that's why you're not talking about it, is because they're telling the truth. Do you get what I mean? So you are damned if you do and damned if you don't.
Absolutely.
So I'd rather just do it and be called obsessed and get my truth out there.
Yeah. because I'm still harping on about it years later.
Yeah,
I'm joking about saying harping on about it because it doesn't matter what stage you are in your life, there will always be a milestone when it will remind you of what you've been through, or or when you've got kids, there's certainly things that come up all the time that will highlight what's gone on. So it doesn't go away.
No, it doesn't go away. And I think some people are a bit confused about my whole situation. It's like, I'm in the public eye. I use my Instagram platform as like, I guess where I share my experiences, whether that's with my kids or what I'm doing work-wise or anything, food, baking, whatever it is, breastfeeding, pumping. And I'll share snippets of my children, obviously not showing their faces, but I'll show them reading books. Or if I'm filming ready for book time and Cairo randomly speaks about his dad, then yeah, that can go up because that's reality. The reality is I have to deal with this at home. This isn't we shut the door and now that his dad's left, like it's all hunky-dory. Like, no, I'm having to deal with the pieces that are left at home. And that's not easy.
Yeah.
Cairo has no clue right now what is going on. Obviously, Keeks doesn't, Kanara doesn't either, but that's not the point. Kyra is a very switched on individual, and I think anyone that follows me on Instagram will see that. But my point is, that is how I've decided our life is, okay? And that's up to me. I'm their mum. So I don't need people coming on my gram. I thought you wanted a private life. I've never said that my life is private. How things are and how things are played out, I will act accordingly. I will decide and make the decisions for myself. I'm not going to be told what to do.
No, absolutely.
With my kids, if I then in the future decide to show their faces or if I want to, that's my decision.
Look, the thing is, when you put yourself in the public eye, you do put yourself up for being not trolled, absolutely
having
not.
Opinions on you, whether people like
having an opinion and a valid opinion, if that's their experience or that. And I know
we're human, not everyone's going to get everything right.
Of course, and there's certain things. We've all done things that people go, oh, I wouldn't do that, until maybe they walk in your shoes or they have a similar experience later on in life.
Yeah.
And you have to take the good with the bad.
The rough with the smooth.
You get trolled to a level that it's
I didn't even realise it, I'm going to be honest.
Disgusting.
I must have been in that bubble of like just blocking that many trolls because I didn't even realise it until probably this morning's collab, and then the Celebs Go Dating collabs just came like a wave.
I just don't
almost
get
like it's the same people creating fake accounts.
And what I don't get is
emails
why, I mean, I know we've probably already said this, but how you can be so invested in someone, one, that you don't know, in such a negative way.
Well, it's caused people to commit suicide.
Yeah,
so I don't
absolutely.
Get it. Like, would they be happy if I then killed myself and my kids were left without a mum?
Yeah, it's awful.
Is that the end goal?
Is that what they're doing? Because it makes no sense.
What do you want to get out of it?
Yeah. And I love the fact people do have an opinion, and they might not always be what I'll read and think, oh, that's a little bit harsh, or they don't know.
Sometimes I'll be like, okay, yeah, I get why you think that, or I can understand
or
that.
from your experience, but some of the things that...
And some of the things from their experience, I can be like, yeah, I can understand from your experience, but
why
that isn't quite what mine is, and so I get it, but it doesn't relate to my situation.
Yeah, but it's... because it's debatable, isn't it?
Of course.
Yeah, and we've all got to think those trolls are just that. They are just sad.
I just think they're really unhappy with their lives.
Yeah, 100%.
So, I mean, Tattlers Unmasked kills me on Instagram. That's an account that is just an amazing account.
Yeah, fantastic.
She just gets them.
Thank God for that.
I love her.
Yeah. And then before we do go, Lauren, let's touch on, are we a week in of kids back to school?
Oh, we are. Well, mine started a little bit earlier because I think a troll politely reminded me that apparently I chose this morning over my kid going to school.
Did you, though?
I didn't.
No.
The troll was absolutely,
livid that you didn't get Cairo to school on the correct day.
She literally was so adamant that I didn't go.
Yeah.
Even though, did you see that frame upstairs in my room?
Yeah.
What did it say?
Yeah. Well, I was there.
Yeah, but what did it say?
Can't remember.
You're not fucking seeing the frame?
Yeah.
Well, it says my...
First day at school.
So you can remember?
Well, yeah, I thought I missed something.
What's going on with her? I can't take her anywhere.
No, but what I need to ask is, why did it affect her day so much? Even if you had missed this first...
I would never for the world.
I know you wouldn't, but I'm just saying.
No, I hear you. I don't
If
know.
you
She was
did, and you
obviously-
didn't, because
maybe she wanted to be there instead. I'm
I
not
was
sure.
sitting in the car with toasting my hair as well, waiting for you to take car.
Don't talk about how I arrive
I
up at
wanted to
school.
see him in his uniform, but yeah, it shouldn't affect people that much.
Honestly.
Unless, were you the teacher?
No.
She wasn't.
No,
That's
she's
a
a troll.
joke. Like, why was she so annoyed that you weren't there on the right day?
I don't know, but when we arrived on the first day, and his little uniform on it. By the way, I can't deal with the amount of uniform you got to wash.
Yeah.
Why they've got to wear PE every day and 50,000 million times a day as well as uniform. I don't get it. Like, he's coming back either in his PE kit or a school uniform, but then I've got to send in the other one the next day, all clean and washed.
Think of mums that have got 4 kids.
I don't know how they do it.
With different school uniforms
You're
in
gonna say something
different
else then.
schools. No, but it's true. Like, I used to look. I had 2 kids, and just about. Well, I was always late. I'm not gonna lie.
I can't. Honestly, you can't. They're so strict there.
It's not just women that have to take the kids to school. Dads have to do it too.
We didn't think about that.
No, we didn't. Do you know what? Fair play. Sorry, Terry.
Sorry. We're just talking about our experiences.
It's all about us. Sorry, Terry.
We appreciate you too, Jazz.
We do. I don't know how people do it.
It's literally taken me an hour and a half to do one, like to do both kids, but as in morning, and then an hour and a half to do the evening.
And I'm going to say, especially as a single mum, but even mums whose partners get up and go to work, so it's left for them to do. It's like you've got to be in
so
10
funny,
different
though,
places at once.
Always. And one of the mums at the school was like, I'm like, get out, kicking them out the door, like, get out, get ready. And I'm thinking, she's got 4 kids.
Oh, wow.
And I'm thinking, it must just be like a
Couldn't do it.
shirt, jumper. I don't know how. Honestly, it's like a minefield to me right now. And I've got this planner where I have to do all his reading and write it in the book, and then I'm getting 50 million emails a day that I have to come back to, and I'm like this.
I was a bit of a nightmare. I might get crucified for this, but I didn't agree with homework, so I used to tell my kids they didn't have to do it.
I used to love my homework.
Oh no!
I used to get home and do it on the day that it was set.
No.
Like a little geek.
I would just say, don't do it, I'll write you a note.
What?
No, I don't think kids should be in school all day and then come home
It's a lot.
and have to do it again. No, we wanted to have fun or go out. Or, do you know what I mean, though?
I know
For
what you
me.
mean. Well, his is only reading at the moment.
Yeah.
He loves that anyway.
No, actually, Lauren, you've made me, I need to correct myself. I understand the reading and things like that at home, because I read to my kids every night anyway. They always had a book.
Well, Keeks just likes to slam a book in my face.
Yeah,
when she's not quite getting how to read
but
a
that's
book.
fair enough.
No, it's not. I don't want to get beaten with
It's
the book.
fair enough. Keeks can do anything.
I knew you were going to say that.
It's fine by me. But yeah, I was against homework.
I know what you mean.
massively.
But that's this whole subject of Montessori schools.
Yeah,
This is
which
what I've
we
been
spoke
researching.
about, didn't we?
Because I'm really... I don't even know how to kind of put this, but I think Kyrie said a few things to me, saying, Mum, I get told to shush, sit down, listen. And obviously where he's used to like free play in the nursery that he was at, and he's going to now a structure, it's a big change for him. And it got me thinking, like, do I want to look at a Montessori school where they are an individual free thinker and they're learning through that way rather than it being such a regimental, structured way? I mean, if I could homeschool, I so would. I think the idea behind it is insane. It's incredible. You're teaching them life skills, teaching them to be like an entrepreneur, to think for themselves.
I do agree with that to a point, though, but I do also think kids need to go and mix.
They do mix.
No, if you homeschool.
No, that's the thing. It's not just you at school with them. There's groups where all the homeschool children will mix together. There's like groups for it.
Oh.
Yeah, people don't realise that. It's just a common misconception.
I just thought you sat on the sofa
and
done the times
and you'll also have like a teacher in that will come in maybe and do the English and the maths, the core subjects. But then you'll also go and meet, there's like little Facebook groups and stuff like that, homeschool mums, and you go and meet all the kids that are homeschooling and you all learn together and you mix. Yeah.
You learn something new every day, don't you?
Yeah, it's a little
'Cause I
community.
didn't know that. Yeah,
it's a common misconception. I love the idea. I need to obviously look at it more and stuff, but I have been looking at, Montessori. I don't know what I'm going to do with all that. But yeah, you just brought me to that with the first day of school. But no, I didn't miss it. And
nor did I. I'm not even his mother, but I was there.
And his uniform looked super duper cute. And yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
He's coming home absolutely knackered and crashed. Ready
And
for
so
bed?
you.
Yeah.
And that's just Lauren. She's coming home absolutely knackered and crashed. The kids have to get their own dinner.
Dishevelled mess. Imagine. The bread, by the way, I can hear the bread maker going. It's going beep, beep. I really need to get that out.
Yeah, I need some bread.
So the other day, I went through this bag that was left in the hallway and I tipped it upside down and it was all of Cairo's nursery drawings.
Can I stop you? I was actually on the phone to you and then I heard... And I thought...
That sounds like a dying dog.
Well, I thought, has she got to let a dog in? Something's gone wrong.
Well, it sounds like it did. Why have you got to do it like that? It wasn't quite a whimpering sound. I was probably like... That probably sounds like a dying dog as well. Yeah, and one of them said, Happy Mummy's Day. And I was thinking, why didn't they give this to me on Mother's Day? Like, why had they left this? But yeah, it made me weep so hard because I just thought, this is all... I don't know why I was so emotional. Maybe I'm due on my period or something, who knows?
Yeah.
But I was just whimpering at this, like all these artworks. And I was looking at my wow wall thinking I can't fit any more on this wow wall for Cairo. So I'm going to have to like keep them saved. But it made me really emotional because I remember doing these handprints and footprints for Keeks when they were babies. Well, actually not. Cairo was obviously older, like 3, but when Keeks was a baby, obviously her hands and feet were so small. And I did these handprints and footprints. I no longer have them anymore. And I really, really regret not having them because... you can't get that time back, you know, to do the hands.
yeah.
And they were done with the ink ones. I don't know if anyone's seen those. The ones that don't obviously stay in their hands and feet. But somebody did message me on Instagram. They said, just a thought. And I thought, gosh, that is really clever, but I don't want to ruin my... I had baby castings done for Kyra and Kiki, didn't know when Kiki was a baby. And they were like, you could use her foot and do like a print of that. But obviously where it's all set, I don't want to... ruin it
just in case.
So I do have those, but it just isn't the same as like the actual ink. So
Prints.
I'm a little bit upset about that, but you know, I'm just trying to not remember that.
I remember Harley's last day at nursery and they done a photo shoot. And I've still got the picture now and it makes me laugh every time I look at it.
Is he doing a smiley? Is he doing a funny face?
He's doing a funny... No, but he was fruit boy for the day, which meant that day he gave the apples out to the kids. Anyway, every time I look at this photo, I laugh because on his T-shirt, it's got golden delicious stickers all over it.
From the apples.
And one on his nose. So when he gave out the apples, he took the sticker off and stuck them, that would be his ADHD, stuck them all over his top.
That's hilarious.
And there's also one on his nose saying golden delicious. And I've still got that picture this day. And they even laughed. They said, you know what? It was just Harley. We left him on there. I was like... What was I to frame it? But yeah, I've still got that now.
Oh, bless him.
Yeah, it's so cute.
That's so funny. Did Harley used to like, because Cairo at nursery, I always got told that he liked helping the staff and giving out the food.
Yeah.
So
Harley
funny.
did. He
Such
probably
a
ate
helper.
half of it behind their backs. But yeah, always offered to give the food out.
That's so funny and clean up. He's got such like, I don't know, he just loves to clean.
Yeah, your kids clean. No, Harley didn't clean.
No, they both do.
Good God,
Even
no.
Keats goes around with the little wipe doing
Yeah.
everyone's faces.
Layla does. Layla will tidy up everything. Harley, even if Harley's been round for 5 minutes, you look like you've been burgled.
No, Kai will get the Hoover out, everything, get sponges out, starts wiping surfaces. They both are. They're really
Train them well. Yeah.
terrible mum.
Awful mother.
They're good like that. But
They've got no choice.
it's regimented in this house.
Yeah.
As I say, I'm not an octopus, can't do it all.
Yeah.
I got told once to shove a broom up my arse at the same time so I could actually
Did
clean. Yeah, no, I didn't, but I did get told to.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a fetish.
Probably. On that note, it's been great talking again. Love a little waffle. Yours sincerely.
So we'll see you guys next week. Lord knows what will be on the episode. We haven't planned it yet, but yeah.
God only knows.
Scattered
Have a great
brains.
week.
Lots of loves. Bye.
This podcast is sponsored by Timeless Moments. Timeless Moments is Portugal's top-rated award-winning yacht charter company, offering unforgettable experiences along the breathtaking Algarve coast and beyond. Whether you're looking for a luxurious day out at sea, a private event, or a relaxing escape, our fleet of premium yachts and professional crew ensure every moment is exceptional. We specialise in creating personalised high-end experiences that are perfect for any occasion. Discover why we're the preferred choice for yacht charters in Portugal and start planning your next adventure with us at www.timelessmoments.pt.